Monday night barbecue. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Troy, hey Susie. Tonight we're doing steak, potatoes, doing some greens, but I'll be doing that in the house. Just got the barbecue fired up right now, and letting the coals burn down a little bit. Hope everybody had a great weekend and a good start to their week. I'm going to go ahead and put these potatoes on right now. They're going to take probably the longest to do. Still trying to figure out this camera angle thing, and I don't know. I feel like it needs to be a little higher. I don't know. Uh-oh. I'm just barbecuing, folks. That's when you know the barbecue's good. Earlies, how's it going? Willies, welcome, guys. Yeah, I got a tripod. I have it on a little card table, kind of next to the barbecue. Um, it's not a full-size tripod. It's a little three-legged one that you can like adjust the legs on and stuff. It works great. It's just I wish it was a little bit taller. Yep, barbecue. Tonight is steak, and then I got some potatoes. I Hasselbacked them. I sliced them real thin, and then I had some seasoning that I put in a bag, some olive oil, and then I put the potatoes in there, and I kind of worked all that seasoning and the oil into the cuts in the potato. Wrapped them in foil. They're on the grill right now. I'm gonna let those guys cook for a little bit before I put the steak on, because the steak I don't think is gonna take very long, but the potatoes will probably take the longest. You know, I'm not in a big giant rush anyway, so I'll just let them do their thing. Oh, raining, huh? It's let's see. It's currently 101 degrees right now where I'm at. And it's actually pretty nice afternoon. Slight breeze. Weather's perfect for mid-June in southwest Arizona. That's for sure. That is for sure. I'll take 100 degrees in the middle of June all day. I'm not a fan of the heat. Hey Nancy, how's it going? Yeah, 101. And that's about below average for here for this time of year. I was watching the news this morning. They were saying that I think the average is about 110 or so. So I consider myself lucky that it's not 110. I'm not a huge fan of the heat. Yeah. Ask me again how hot it is, maybe in August, and it'll be a different story for sure. I don't know if I'll be out here barbecuing, that's for sure. I don't know. Generally, when the temperature starts going up, and it just doesn't stop, you know. It'll be 110, 112, 115 for about 2 months or so. July, September, June, July, September, October, it starts dropping down a little bit, but I mean, it's Halloween, it's still 100 degrees, 105, you know, it's not cold by any means. And there's really no trees around here, so you can't judge what what the season is by the leaves, because the palm trees don't change color. Well, Hurleys, if you like the heat, I suggest coming out here. I think we get maybe 6 inches of rain annually, which is not very much. And a lot of that happens in the summertime, June, July, July, August, generally, from the monsoon. Monsoon starts, I think, in another week, monsoon season here. And that's generally where we get the majority of our annual rainfalls from. Those storms that roll in the afternoons, dump rain, and then move on. But in the wintertime, it doesn't really rain. It doesn't really rain a whole heck of a lot in the winter. Yeah, got half the, yeah, you got our half of our annual rainfall today. That's awesome. Willie, I got a question for you. Willie, you're in central Arizona. You guys get monsoon out there too, right? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you guys get a little snow too, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, we measure the sunshine by the foot out here. Yeah, thought you guys had monsoon out there. It's really cool, especially out in the desert. See the big thunderheads rolling in, and you know, it's pretty cool, and just the smell of the desert in the rain. It's really neat. I have to throw some more wood on the fire. Yeah. Yeah. Lightning strikes. Yeah. Um, the the sunsets out here are crazy beautiful. It's amazing. Um, that's one of the nicer things of being out here is the sunsets. But as far as the heat, it's no fun. Tornadoes, no, no. Yeah, no earthquakes either. Yeah, I bet Willie out there. Yeah, I love that forest out there in central Arizona, and Prescott, and going up to Flagstaff and Williams and that whole area. It's really pretty up there. So what else is going on here, people? Anybody have any travel plans for the summer, or any fun trips coming up? All right, well, take care. Thanks for stopping in. Bad pinky toe. Oh, brother. Yeah, those pinky toes. I'll tell you what, man. Those are no fun, dude. I can't tell you how many times I've broken my toes. Pinky toe in particular. With running into stuff barefoot. Good grief. Had a door slammed on it one time. Yeah. The sucky thing is you can't really do nothing about it. Just let it heal, you know. Well, my friend, that's one thing we're all gonna have to deal with. No way around that. There ain't no way around that, my friend. With yeah, it definitely beats the alternative. With age comes wisdom, right? And I look back at my younger years, and I think about all the stupid crap I used to do. Yeah, it makes me laugh, you know. But I would I would take age with wisdom over youth and stupidity any day. I think, for me personally. Working sun up to sundown count as a vacation? Well, Hurley, if you love what you're doing, you'll never work a day in your life. Fishing on weekends. Okay, there you go. There's your vacation right there. getting older, not any wiser. Well, I can't help you there with either one of those. Hear the potatoes singing the song of their people in there. Like I said, I sliced them up real thin, kept the potato whole, but Hasselback, and then put olive oil and spices and all that stuff like inside of each of the slits, right? So there's olive oil on the outside, spices on the outside, as well as in each of the cuts in the potato. So they're going to turn out pretty good. They looked really good when I was making them, so by the time they're done, good stuff. And I got the steak. I got it marinating in a bourbon and brown sugar rub, something like that. And then I got some collard greens to go with, and then I think I'm gonna, the last step when everything's kind of done is probably saute up some onions and leave them real thick, and have that with the steak, and then mix a little bit in with the greens too. And that's kind of what we're dealing with today. I am going to let the animals out here in a second. I can hear them pawing on the door. They need to come out and do their business. It's funny, whenever I come out here and set up and do a live or whatever, they'll hear me and they're like, you know, what's going on outside? Who the hell is he talking to out there? And they want to come out because they think somebody's here, and they get all bent out of shape. They get frustrated doing their dog thing, you know what I mean? But I'll probably let them out here in a second. It's funny too, is I'll open that door and they'll bust through that door like we're being attacked. They'll run out here looking around, what's going on? And then they'll realize, oh, there's nobody here. They're just doing their job. wanting this temp to come down a little bit too before I put the steak on. It's kind of in between 375, 400 right now, and it's still a little bit high. I don't want to charbroil the steak. I want it to kind of cook a little slower than that. I'm thinking 300 or maybe just a hair below. And I'll do indirect for the steak. I'll probably put it over the coals just for the initial get a sear on it, and then move it over and let it kind of get the smoke. And again, so far, the smoker, it's doing great, man. I couldn't be more pleased with how it's turned out. I use it probably I don't know, 3 times a week or so maybe, and it's great. I enjoy it. It ain't much to look at, and it's pretty basic, but it works for me. Eagles, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We're doing steak and potatoes tonight. For those who don't already know that. Potatoes are on the grill right now, and I Hasselbacked them, and then I had a Ziploc bag of olive oil and it's a spicy spices type of thing. I forget what it's called. Anyway, sliced them up, put them in there, got all the oil and all the stuff in each of the cuts, wrapped them in foil, put them on the grill. So those guys are doing their thing right now, and once this temp drops down a little bit, I'm gonna put that steak on here. So it shouldn't take too long. Shouldn't take too long. I'm going to let the animals out though real quick. Come on. Come on, Dory. Come on, Dory. Come on. Come on, Dory. Get him. Barking at nothing. He is barking at. Nancy, I use it's mesquite lump charcoal. I'm not real brand specific as far as that goes. Sometimes I'll use briquettes, but mainly it's just the big lump charcoal. It's like big pieces of burnt logs. And it seems to be working the best for this kind of for this guy here, so maybe I'll get fancy one time and get like some apple wood, or I don't know. We'll see. What? Hot potatoes. Thor, shut up. Hush. No need for barking. You're fine. Go. You're done. You're done. Good boy. That was the dogs. Mesquite's popular in Arizona. Well, that's kind of where I got my thing for it, was in Texas. I lived in East Texas for about 6 years or so. I went to school up there, went to college there. And shoot, I was 20. Golly, how old was I? I was 19. Yeah. 19, 20. Came back when I was 20, 24. So, yeah. Deep East Texas. I went to SFA, which is in Nacogdoches. So, and I think I'm gonna go inside and grab the steak. I'll be right back. Hold on. One sec. Alrighty. A lot of people driving by today. They must want some food. They must want some food. Blow away. Steak. That's what's for dinner. bit of breeze. I think it's dropped down to below 100. It's 99 now or so. Nice evening. Tell all these people driving by, it's my barbecue. Go get your own barbecue. That's not true. I'll plate up tonight, eat what I'm gonna eat, and then probably half that steak I'm gonna have a retired veteran across the street, one across the street and one house up, and he's a good old boy, and I'll help him out whenever I can, and I like to do stuff for him, and because he's the type of guy that won't ask for help, so I just like to show up, help him out, whether he wants it or not. Be like, hey everybody, here's some food, you're welcome, see you later. Scotty, 2 Scotties now. All right, hey, we got steak and potatoes on the menu tonight. When I go back inside, I'll do up some collard greens and saute up some onions. Go with, and that's about all I got going on right now. I don't have any plans for dessert. I wish I did. Well, I have cookies, and I can make stuff. I have some mix to make cookies and stuff, but I hadn't really planned on doing that tonight. So just steak, potatoes, and some greens. Well, welcome in everybody, and thank you for joining me tonight. I'm gonna try and do this every Monday. I was doing this every Monday anyway. I just decided to bring you all along on my culinary adventure. Yeah, absolutely. Barbecue can be every day, for sure. Hi, Den. Welcome. Again, welcome all these new faces. I'm trying to keep up with the chat, so pardon my my delay. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. take a look at this steak here. Let's take a look at her. Scoot her a little closer to the fire. It's sitting about 300 right now, so it's about where I want it. She's about right where I want it. Reverse sear, I don't know what that means. I guess so. Oh, I see. Then no, I guess I'm not. I'm just trying to give it a little sear, and then I'm going to slide it off and do indirect the rest of the time. So, I don't know what that means. Either way, it's steak. Pretty sure I'm not going to screw it up. Well, maybe. Probably not. During these so-called warmer summer months, I'll be doing probably a lot more cooking stuff, stuff kind of primarily around the house. Generally in the winter months, I should say. I do a lot more hiking, stuff like that, right? But right now it's, yeah, I could go hiking right now, or in the morning or whatever, but it's just, it's so hot, you know, and there's critters and stuff that are maybe not the friendliest that you want to run across on a trail when you're kind of out in the desert by yourself. And So anyway, I tend to do more of that kind of thing when it's cold outside. We're colder outside. You know, wintertime here, it's mid 40s is cold. So, but generally, all those critters are underground sleeping during that time of year. So it's nice to go out and hike when you don't have to worry about stepping on anything or having anything jump out from a bush or whatnot. We'll be kind of keeping it close to home for the next probably couple months as far as the hiking and outdoor activities go. Now, that being said, I will still occasionally do a video or a live from from work or whatever. But that's generally inside, not outside. Yeah, no snow, no. If I want to go see snow, I can drive up to Kingman, or I can drive up to Flagstaff, or Williams, or Grand Canyon. I can go see the snow, and Kingman's probably 30, 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I mean, depends. Away north. And then Flagstaff is probably another hour or so ish northeast of Kingman. So to go up to Flag, it's a couple hour, maybe 2.5 hour drive one way. Same thing with like Grand Canyon. It's probably 3 hours or so up to the Grand Canyon. Maybe a little longer. I'm not exactly sure. Depends on how fast you drive. Taters are feeling pretty good. They're getting nice and soft. Not quite done, but they're they're getting there. Absolutely. Thank you. Always have to make sure. Yeah, they work. Golly, there's a lot of people driving by today. They must have got the memos. Monday barbecue. Normally I'll have probably in the evening time, maybe like like one or two cars drive by. That's about it. Tonight it's a freeway back here. I don't know. And all my Midwest and East Coast folks that are watching and tuning in right now, I want to say thank you for joining. I know it's late out there, and you're taking time out of your evening, your busy day to hang out for a little bit with me, and I appreciate that. Out here on the west side of the country, it's still pretty early, and got to take that into account sometimes. Try and find a happy medium to try to get everybody to be able to join in. Well, you're very welcome, Susie, and I appreciate you hanging out too. I truly do. Beverly, welcome, welcome, welcome. Another fellow Arizonan. Welcome in. Yeah, and for y'all that don't know, I'm in Arizona right now, southwestern Arizona. So southwestern. I can look out right now and I can see California. I can see the Colorado River, and California is just right on the other side of it. So that's how southwestern I am. I'm probably about maybe a mile or so. Nah, maybe 2.5 miles, 2 miles ish. Maybe not 2 miles, but anyway, um, from the river. And I could see the river from the backyard. I could see the river from the front yard. It's really pretty. Surrounded by mountains. I do have a fire pit uh, as well, and again, I generally use that more in the winter months, simply because it's, when it's 110 outside, the last thing you really want to do is sit around a fire. I'll do that more, like I said, in the cooler months. And I like doing that too. It's fun. Problem right now, this kind of in between transition time of year, I guess you could call it, is it'll be windy in the afternoon. So in the morning, it'll be nice, peaceful, beautiful, no wind, nothing. And as the day progresses, as the ground heats up, it'll just get windy, and so I don't want to have a fire in the fire pit and have some kind of a stray ash or ember or something like that kind of float on down and catch all the bushes that we do have around here. I don't want to catch anything on fire. Let's just say that. So, but in the winter time, well, in the colder months, the wind isn't as, there's rarely any wind, and it's a lot easier to do fire pit in that time of year, for sure. Oh, that's stressful. Does the river ever overflow? No, it does not. This part of the river is controlled by 2 dams. One of them is down in Parker, which is probably 30 miles or so, maybe not 30 miles, I don't know, 30 miles downstream, Parker Dam. And that's basically where a lot of the San Bernardino County, San Diego, LA area gets their power, gets a lot of their water, is from Colorado River. And then up north is the one out there by Lake Mead, outside of Vegas. And that one's not doing too good up there. That lake up there is almost dry. It's crazy. I don't know what Vegas is going to do about water and power in the next 10 years or so, because you can't keep building stuff and then wonder where all the water went, you know? But, duh. So to answer your question, no. The river doesn't overflow here. It's pretty much metered. It stays pretty consistent as far as the level. So, and that being said, it's called a lake, but it's not necessarily a lake. It's more of a wide part of the river, I guess you could say. It does flow. You know, it's flowing south. So it's not necessarily a lake, as it is just a really wide part of the river, if that makes sense. Yeah. Lake Mead is Susie. Lake Mead is really low, like dangerously low. Like it's they have these intake towers where the water goes in and it spins the turbines to create the hydroelectric power. And there's inlets on these towers. The water is at or below the inlets for the towers, to where they're about to not be able to generate hydroelectric power because the water's so low. It's nuts. And they keep building stuff out there. They keep pulling water out of the river, and it's just amazing. And then they're like, "Oh my gosh, Lake Mead is so low," and it's like, "Well, no, duh. Stop building casinos. Like, where do you think all this water's going?" Yeah, 2019. Shoot, that was what, 7 years ago. It's way low now. It's sad. Like all the boat launches and all that stuff. I don't know if you can even launch out there anymore, because all the marinas and everything are like hundreds of yards up on shore, like sitting on sand. Like there's no water. It's crazy. like a couple years ago or whatever last year. They're finding all kinds of stuff that's been like underwater for the past 100 years or whatever, like all these 55-gallon drums full of God knows what, and like all these sunken boats and just all this other crap that's been underwater forever. Now it's the water level is dropping, and now it's um, you can see it now. Yeah, it is. It's sad. It sucks. It definitely sucks. Oh yeah. And I think I probably got another. Scooch that guy over there. Probably another 5 minutes or so, and then this steak is going to be ready to come off. I am going to run inside real quick, grab a plate, and I'll be right back. Hold on one second. Ready. I'm pretty sure the potatoes are. I'm not going to open them up, but I can give them a little bit of a little squeeze, and they feel soft. And it's not a whole baked potato. It's been sliced up, so it should cook a little bit faster, I guess. I guess we'll find out. I'm getting my steps in. No kidding. This house is weird. There's no like sliding glass door that goes to the backyard, which is weird. There's a hallway. Then that leads into the living room, kitchen, and the rest of the house. But there's no like slider that's in the kitchen or in the dining room or whatever that leads like into the backyard. It was a custom built house, and when they built that, I don't know if they thought about that part. Obviously, it didn't, I guess. But that's okay. All good. probably didn't plan on doing anything outside. You know, I don't know. It's weird. Um, a lot of the features in the house are really cool. There's a really nice, again, really nice fireplace, like a three-sided fireplace, glass on all three sides that kind of comes out in the living room and stuff with a hearth around, the tile, and I mean it's beautiful. But some of the steps they didn't. I don't know. Like why would you want a fireplace? It's 100 degrees all the time, I don't know, whatever. Yeah, there's a back door. There's a back door. Um, I don't have to walk around the house, obviously, but there's a back door that goes in the backyard. But it's a funky layout. We'll make do. This here. And again, if anybody has any suggestions about camera angle, any improvements that you think I could make, I am more than happy to hear them. I'm still trying to figure this stuff out. So any kind of input, I greatly appreciate it. And I again, I appreciate everybody coming in tonight, or today, this afternoon, this evening, whatever. Yeah. I think I'm gonna end up wrapping it up here shortly, and oh, you can all see that. There's the steak and there's the potatoes. Sorry if the camera took a nosedive on you. Sorry if the camera took a nosedive on you. Anyway, thank you all for being here. I'm going to end it right now and pull this steak off, go inside, start with the greens, and get those onions sauteing and stuff like that. See how it turns out. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. And I'll see you next Monday.